So the question is, cheap websites versus expensive ones, are they worth it? So I'm going to tell you, there was a day when the cheap websites were fine, when you could just put basically a one-page website up and it was fine and the phone rang and you got some work off of it. Today, that's not the case. Things have changed. And now content is king. So now what I mean by that is the more stuff you can put on your website, the better off you are. The more professional it looks, the better off you are. So today, because everybody's on the internet, they can go on there and they'll look at 30 different lawn care companies, for example. And when they find one site that looks really good, they're going to click on that site. They like that site and all the information you have on there, and it looks really professional. They're probably going to hire you versus Joe Schmo that just has that one-page, very generic-looking site. They know that guy probably doesn't have a lot of money. That's their mentality. That's what they think about. When they see those cheap sites, they're like, yeah, this is not a reputable company because they don't look at their site. It looks like it was made back in the 20s. It was just ridiculous. But anyway, that's the point of it. Expensive multi-page sites are fantastic, and the more you can put on them, the better, especially videos. And if you guys can afford to do these expensive sites, I highly suggest you do it. The other thing is, when you talk about ranking on Google, the more content you have on your site is one of the biggest drivers for Google to place you on page one. And if you're not on page one, you may as well forget it because you're not even going to be found. All right, and that's just a fact. People are quick, they'll hit the top 3 usually, and they're off and they found their company already and they're going to move on. So if you're not on page one and you're not ranking high on page one, you're going to be in trouble. So don't rely just on the website thing. But cheaper sites usually just don't rank as well either because the content's not there. So when it comes to cheaper sites or more expensive sites, I 100% would go with a more expensive site. Spend the money, it'll return your money a lot faster, a lot quicker. Costs more initially, but it's going to produce better. That's my advice.